President Trump lashing out at Congressman Beto O'Rourke just hours before his visit to El Paso. In a tweet late last night, he said O'Rourke should be quiet about the shooting in his hometown.
Along with other El Paso Democrats, O'Rourke says President Trump bears some responsibility for this attack and should stay away from El Paso. KXAN's Wes Rappaport has more on why some in El Paso are worried about this visit, too.
White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham says the president aims to honor victims, comfort communities, and say thanks to the first responders and medical professionals for their heroics. But some here say it's a distraction.
As the healing continues in El Paso, the city prepares to host the president.
We welcome everybody. We certainly do not welcome hate.
Octavio Lizarde was shot in the attack. His nephew was killed. When asked at the hospital about the president's visit, his response,
What for?
That seems to be the overall trend. People leaving notes for the president at the growing memorial where the shooting happened tell us they don't think anything productive will come out of the president's trip.
I think he needs to at first apologize and to stop the hate.
I think he should let him mourn, let everybody have the time to mourn and get together and rethink.
Governor Greg Abbott will return Wednesday afternoon with the state's lieutenant governor and House Speaker to meet with members of the El Paso legislative delegation. Mayor Dee Margo, who has challenged Trump's previous critical comments of El Paso, says he hopes the two can work together on this.
I will ask President Trump to support our efforts with any and all federal resources that are available. Our recovery is no small task. Together we will rise out of this tragedy.
Meantime, Congresswoman Veronica Escobar, who represents El Paso in Washington, D.C., says she was invited to appear alongside the president during his trip here to the region, but instead she requested a phone call ahead of this trip to talk about some of his previous comments about racism. She says the White House was unable to accommodate that request. Mixed feelings here with the president's visit just hours away as we approach day 5 here after this deadly attack. Reporting in El Paso, I'm Wes Rappaport. Back to you.
Okay, Wes, thank you. Before his visit to El Paso, the president is going to stop in Dayton, Ohio first. Authorities there haven't said anything about the gunman's motive, but they do say he had expressed a desire to commit a mass shooting. And an ex-girlfriend telling CNN that when she looks back, there were some warning signs.
He showed me the one video of the mass shooting on our first date. I'm not sure which shooting it was. I was drunk and it was at a loud bar, so I don't really remember the details. I think it's weird, but it wasn't a red flag, which I know is weird to a lot of people, but given the context of him being a psychology student and him being fascinated in the psychology of those things, that's what made it digestible.
The FBI says it does not have any evidence right now, at least, that the El Paso shooting influenced the Dayton gunman. Ohio's governor, though, is facing pressure to take action after that mass shooting over the weekend.
One change he's pushing for is a change to gun laws. Tracy Potts is live in Washington this morning with more. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning. We've heard from Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, who says he will push their legislature to near universal background checks. And I say near because there are a few exceptions, but he says that after the
internet likewise is used for human trafficking,
his state, it is something that Congress has not done. It's something that Republicans have been asking their, or I should say Democrats and some Republicans have been asking their leader to call everyone back in the middle of the summer and get done. But there's no indication, no response from Mitch McConnell, no indication he's going to do that. But in Ohio, it looks like they are. And this is the climate as President Trump heads to Ohio this morning to visit with first responders and to visit with people who have been involved in the shootings. In Ohio, the governor says it is necessary to prevent mass shootings like this. We also saw a less than enthusiastic response to the president's visit from Dayton's mayor, who says that people who have a problem with Washington's inaction on guns should stand up and say so when he visits.
All right, thank you, Tracy.